Okay, so this lab will allow students to apply knowledge from previous lessons to obtain a better understanding of patterns of inheritance and genetics. Okay, so these are some of the resources that we included for the teacher in the lesson plan. This is pretty much laid out how much time it will take students to complete each activity, as well as some of the materials needed and the knowledge that will be obtained from this activity, and assessment strategies and tools. We also included a teacher instruction guide which goes more in depth to how the lesson would be carried out. So this is the student package. The first sheet is an introductory lab assignment where they'll go through the terminology related to the lab. We thought it was a good idea to have students do this individually, and it can be used as a point of assessment. Here's the answer guide for the teacher. And also included in this is a trait chart, which will be used in the lab activity. And this is the genotypes and phenotypes chart, which would be empty, and you would have students fill this in as they go along. And this would be the child's traits, depending on which genes are dropped and what they got, so they would fill that in. And this is the monohybrid crosses, which they would fill out going along with the lab. These are the chromosome sheets, so they should have 2 of these. And the next sheet should be for the baby book should be the actual baby. And then for this one, for the gene drop lab, you can, this is one of the rubrics for the assessment. And then for the follow-up activity assignment, we also thought this is a good point for assessment, where they would have to outline the ethical, scientific, and social implications of each reproductive technology based on the pairing that they were in during the lab. And we have included a assessment rubric along with this as well. So now we will show you a demo of 2 students carrying out this lab.
Hi class, so today we're going to be doing the gene drop lab. Does anybody have an idea of what that's going to be? Jacqueline?
Are we gonna drop genes?
We are going to drop genes. Today I want everybody to get in pairs.
Cool.
Yeah. Good?
Yeah.
Okay, once you're in pairs, the first step that you're going to do to this project is you are going to research different definitions that I have laid out in the introduction of your lab. Here's the student handout.
Thank you.
You guys have about 10 minutes to find the definitions.
Oh, the text.
Okay, so did everyone have an okay time finding those definitions?
Yes.
Yes.
Do we have any questions about anything before we move on?
No.
No, I think we're good.
Okay, perfect. I need you guys to get out 2 pages now. I need your trait chart and a worksheet called genotypes and phenotypes.
Perfect.
Got them?
Okay, so now amongst the 2 of you, you need to decide who's going to give the paternal genes and who's going to give the maternal genes. From there, you're going to use your trait chart to solve your own genotypes and phenotypes. For example, the first trait is widow's peak. Looking at myself, I don't have a widow's peak. So now I can look at the trait chart and see that since a widow's peak is absent, I am recessive. I'm homozygous recessive, little w, little w. Does everyone understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, get started.
All right.
You're gonna do the mom or the dad?
Mom and Dad.
Okay.
Okay, did you guys have an okay time filling out your genotypes and phenotypes?
Yep.
The chart was clear?
Yes.
Very.
Are we ready to move on?
Yes.
Okay, so now you're going to take your chromosome papers. You should have 2. One should be pink and one should be blue.
Thank you.
Okay, so now you're going to fill out the genotypes that you just wrote out, and you're going to put them on the chromosomes. One allele is going to go on the front and the other allele is going to go on the back. But before you label them, I need you to cut them out following the dotted lines.
Do you have scissors?
Yes.
Nice.
We're good.
Miss was feeling generous today.
Yay!
And
Yes.
I already cut some out for you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And all your chromosomes are labeled by what trait they represent.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. So
We're all
like sex,
good?
widow's peak.
One on each side, right, Miss?
One on each side.
Okay.
When you're looking at the dihybrid crosses, you're gonna put one of each allele.
Which one's that?
Which one do you think it is?
Oh, okay. Is it hair and eye color?
Yes.
Okay.
You're gonna put one of each different type of allele on each side. So for example, if I was big A, big B, little b, I would put big A, big B on one side, little b on the other.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, now I want you to put your chromosomes aside for just one moment. Do we all remember how to do monohybrid and dihybrid crosses?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so you should have a worksheet with monohybrid crosses and dihybrid crosses. Using the maternal and paternal information, I want you to fill out all of the crosses. It will show everything that your baby could possibly be.
Miss,
Yes?
are we gonna do one for sex?
No.
Okay.
You have 7 other monohybrid crosses to do, so I thought that would be sufficient.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you wanna write?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
On the top, we'll write.
Widow's peak first.
Yep.
Okay.
Rosy first.
So we're gonna do.
Little W. Little
Okay, so before we move on, let's talk a little bit about monohybrid crosses. So I'm taking a look at yours. Is it possible for your child to have a widow's peak?
No.
No.
Why?
Because we both have the recessive allele, so our baby couldn't have a widow's peak.
Exactly. Now let's take a look at freckles. Could your baby have freckles?
Yes,
Why?
because there's some heterozygotes there, big F, little f. They would have it, and then the little f recessives would not.
Good. Okay, so now we're gonna move on. I want you to get the genes that I asked you to put aside and get your genotype and phenotype worksheet, but flip it to the back. There you go, and the trait chart. So now we're gonna actually drop the genes. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick the trait that you wanna drop first. For the sake of the order of the worksheet, let's say you're going to do the widow's peak first. You'll both hold up your widow's peak and then drop them at the same time. Whatever allele is facing upwards is the allele that you are contributing to the baby. So where do you think you're gonna write that in? Jacqueline?
On the genotype.
Yes. And then I asked for your baby's phenotype. Where do you think you're gonna find that information?
On the chart.
Exactly.
According to the genotype.
Exactly. Are there any questions? Okay. Jacqueline?
Can we stand up?
Sure.
What about sex?
The sex genes you have already. Even though we are allowing any couple to participate in this activity, for biological purposes, one person is going to have to drop an XY chromosome to keep that open possibility of there being a male.
So we do drop.
So you do drop.
Okay.
those.
Sounds good.
Any other questions?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, begin. Okay, did you guys have fun?
Yes. Yeah, that was awesome.
I like the activity, Miss.
Oh, good. I'm very creative. So now I need you guys to get the chart with the child's genotypes and the baby book.
Baby book.
Baby book. Okay.
So we're done with this.
You don't need that one?
So here's where you get to get a little bit creative. Based on what you just found out about your baby, the different traits that it's gonna have, you're gonna draw me a picture of him. Or her.
Yay!
Would you get a him? A him. Okay,
Yeah,
so you're
yeah.
gonna draw me a picture of him based on the actual genotypes that you guys solved from your own personal genotypes, and then you're gonna give me a little bit of information about the baby. Obviously, the gender needs to be the one that you found, but date of birth, time of birth, horoscope, weight, and length can be whatever you want it to be. Are you guys finished?
Yes.
Yeah, miss, look at our baby.
Here's
Aw,
Joseph.
he's so cute.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, well here's the bad news. You have homework.
Aw.
I know. So we're gonna do a follow-up assignment, and the follow-up assignment's going to be just a small little research essay. Just a couple
Essay?
It's just a couple paragraphs.
Okay.
Okay, so what you're
It's
gonna
not
do.
essay.
It's not an essay.
Okay. Sounds good.
So, you guys are gonna look up the different reproductive technologies that they have out there that two women could use to feasibly have a baby. For example, artificial insemination, in vitro fertilization, surrogacy. You can pick one, you can pick multiple. And then you're gonna write me a paragraph on the science behind the reproductive technology that you choose, and a paragraph on its social and ethical implications. Yes?
Miss, are we each doing one?
Individual.
Okay.
So you guys can pick different ones as long as they're
Okay.
relevant to you as a couple.
okay.
Yes?
What about Kyle and Dan over there? Do they have to do girls too?
Kyle and Dan?
Yeah.
No, Kyle and Dan would have to look at something like surrogacy or adoption since they can't feasibly
So you
have
have
a
to-
baby as a
okay.
male.
Okay. So
And-
we're doing girls because girls.
Because you're
Okay,
girls.
sounds good.
For the opposite sex couples in the room, you're gonna pretend that one of you is infertile and you're gonna look up
Okay.
some form of technology that you could use to still conceive a baby.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, do next class.
Perfect.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks, Miss.
Thanks, Miss.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.